In the middle of San Francisco Bay sits a prison so secure that escaping it was considered impossible. Surrounded by freezing water and powerful currents, no prisoner had ever made it out alive. But on the night of June 11th, 1962, 3 men vanished from Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary. And to this day, no one knows if they drowned or pulled off the greatest prison escape in history. For nearly 30 years, Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary had a reputation unlike any other prison in America. Built on a rocky island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, it was designed to hold inmates who had proven too dangerous or too troublesome for other prisons. Life inside Alcatraz was strict, controlled, and heavily monitored. Every movement was watched, every routine carefully enforced. The prison's isolation and heavy security created a simple belief among guards and officials: no one was getting out. But in 1962, 3 prisoners quietly began working on a plan that would challenge that belief. Their names were Frank Morse, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin. At first glance, they seemed like ordinary inmates serving time inside one of America's toughest prisons. But behind the walls of their cells, the 3 men had already started preparing for something no prisoner had ever successfully done: escape. The plan the 3 men were building sounded impossible. Their prison cells were surrounded by thick concrete walls, steel bars, and constant guard patrols. There was no obvious way out. But inside their cells, the prisoners noticed something unusual. Just beneath the small ventilation grills at the back of their cells, the concrete was slowly crumbling. It was weak. Weak enough that, with enough patience, it could be broken apart. The problem was simple. They didn't have real tools. No drills. No hammers. No equipment of any kind. All they had were the ordinary items every prisoner was given, including something no one expected could be used to break through a prison wall: a spoon. It sounded ridiculous. A prison break using a spoon. But night after night, when the prison block finally grew quiet, the 3 men began carefully chipping away at the concrete. Behind the ventilation grills in their cells, the work was painfully slow. Every scrape had to be quiet. Every piece of concrete had to disappear without raising suspicion. So, the prisoners got creative. They hid the dust in their pockets and slowly scattered it across the prison yard during exercise time. Little by little, the holes behind their cells began to grow. What started as a small crack in the wall was slowly turning into something far more dangerous. But breaking through the wall was only the beginning. Behind those walls was a narrow utility corridor, a hidden space that ran above the prison cell block. And if the 3 men could reach it, they might actually have a way out. After months of digging, planning, and preparing, the night finally arrived. On June 11th, 1962, the 3 prisoners made their move inside Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary. One by one, they climbed through the holes they had carved behind their cells and slipped into the narrow corridor above the prison block. But before leaving their cells, they left something behind. On each bed, they carefully placed a fake head made from soap, toilet paper, and real human hair. In the darkness, it looked like the prisoners were still asleep. By the time guards realized something was wrong the next morning, Frank Morse, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin were already gone.